Good day to everyone. I'm Ruby with Ruby's Craftomania, and I am going to construct a 3-strand bracelet. And they're going to be 3 different types of strands for the bracelet. The first one will be this beadle-on 19-strand stringing wire, and then another will be just the plain chain that I'll put ends onto them. And then we have these that I will put on head pins and jump rings to construct that one. And then we're going to have some dangles that fall off of it with these hummingbird beads and these beautiful little light green and turquoise beads. They're a real deep green. And then a butterfly with 2, and they've got a wire wrap on them. Those 2 are done, but I will do another one. Alright, so we have 2 pair of pliers for the jump rings and what I need. I have my flush cutter and round nose plier and my crimping plier. Okay? Alright, so let's get started. So we are going to take your wire and you're going to put a crimp tube, if I can get it. It's a wild one. And then put that on. And then we're going to use a wire guardian because that helps protect the beading wire so it doesn't have a wear on it. Okay, and before we do the crimp, I want to put the component onto it. Okay, and I didn't. Okay, and then we'll put it into this one there, and then we will slide on your crimp bead. Now when you go to crimp these and stuff, you want to make sure that you don't cross your wires. Okay, so we'll cross there. Okay, here we go. And then you push it up. Okay, and then you grab your crimping plier. I lost it. Okay, and then you have, see the one with the little notch in it and stuff, this back one here? That's where we'll put it to go ahead and push down, and then you make a little divot into your crimp bead. And then you turn it sideways there and close it up. And then make sure you tug on it so it's good and tight thing. And then you take your flush cutter and you snip off this little bit of wire like that. Okay, all right, now to start stringing our little beads. Okay, so we'll take this, start with this pretty mint green looking. And then we'll, this little flower bead, it's like a spacer. Put one in between each of the beads. And then we'll take this green marble one, put it on, another little spacer. And then your little pretty green bead. And then a spacer, and then a marble bead. They're glass, but it's looks like a marble design. Come on, go in the hole there. There we go. Okay, and then your mint green. I hope everybody is having a wonderful day today. I'm so glad to see spring coming. That's what inspired me to do this bracelet, is because spring is coming. And green means green grass. Okay. And a spacer. And then another pretty green. And then this one. Snugglebug, you don't need to do that. My dog decided he wants to growl. Gets his little motor running there. Silly boy. Okay. All right. Oop, I did forget my spacer. Sorry about that. Was wondering why I had an extra one there. All right, there we go. Here we are. All right. Now isn't that pretty? Doesn't that remind you of spring? All those pretty little flashy little beads there. Okay, so now the next thing to do is put another crimp tube on there. And your wire guardian. And before you crimp it closed and stuff, you want to make sure you put your component on. I usually forget that part. But today I'm not going to. Okay, so Snuggle, you talking? Oops, put it in the wrong one. Had it twisted there, and so now take it off and okay. And then put it in your crimp tube. And then I like to pull it through so that I get a better pull on the tightening of the wire. Make sure it's straight there. Get it pulled down there, nice and tight, snug. Then here again you want to make sure that your wires are not, put it in your back notch there to macaronize it. There's that divot. And then turn it sideways and fold it over. Okay, now we can go ahead and trim this string off. Okay, there we go. And this is the start of okay, now it is time to put the guards on these chains. So we'll put the chain in there. squeeze it in just a little bit. Oop, if you can keep a hold of it. No. All right. Here we go. And squish this side down. And then squish this other side down. Give it a good little squeeze. And then pull on it, make sure that you have a good little hold on it. Okay, and go to the other side. And same thing, just kind of squeeze it in there a little bit. Squeeze one side down. And then get your other side. Well, not very coordinated this morning. There we go. Give a good little squeeze there. Okay. And a tug. Make sure it's nice and tight. So then we'll take a jump ring. And slide it on our chain. Then in the center component there, and then twist it back closed. Make sure you get a nice snug little closure on it. Sorry for going out of screen on you. Oops. Guess better do better than that. Okay. Now get another jump ring here. Dogs are outside having fun barking at something. Not sure what. Okay, make sure it's okay. So let's go ahead and get this other jump ring and slide it in there. And then put your little component onto it. And then twist that baby closed. And we'll have our second strand done. Okay. Alrighty. So there's your 2 strands so far. We'll give it a little bit of a sparkle. Alright. Now, let's take some eye pins. And we're going to string on the green bead. Oh, those holes are tiny. And then a little daisy. And another green plastic bead. There we go. Alright, so we got this. So you want to, we don't want to, we're just going to do a simple loop, so we'll just flip this over. A round nose plier. Oh well, First off, you want to go ahead and cut it off about 1/4 of an inch. Do the flush side against it. Then we'll take our wound nose and wrap it around there until you have a little component like that. Okay, so we'll do that to the rest of them. Take your eye pin, your little daisy, here, and then just bend it over there. Cut off 1/4 inch. Take your round nose and wrap it around until it gets closed. Like that. And if it twists a little bit, I never get them straight. Just go ahead and take it, twist it around there. Okay, here's 2. Take your bead, your daisy do, and your bead, and bend it over about 1/4 of an inch. Then you cut that off. And your pliers, make sure you're flush there, and then just wrap it around. Okay, there's 3, and 1 more. Your eye pin. Oop, I lost the bead. Sometimes in this lighting it's not very good lighting, so I'm having trouble finding my hole to go through. Okay. Alright, there you go. And then bend it over. Snip that off. And oop, kind of slipped there. Okay, and then wrap it around there. All right, now we will take a plier and twist this open, and then add our little component there. Close that down really good. Get another one. Open it up. And then put it on the other side. Close that up. Okay, and take this one. Open it up. Component. Close it up. And just flip it around here. So I could just open this one up. All right. Close it. Another one. Open it. Alright. Close that up good. Put that on. Last one. Okay. Isn't that pretty? Alright, so we will take a jump ring and get them connected. Remember, you twist them, don't pull on them, okay? And then put your little chain on there, put it into your third hole. Oh, well, you got to keep your string on there, or your chain on there. Then you can string it on, and then close that baby back up there. Okay. And put it in this hole. And then get this one. All right. And there's your 3 strands. Okay. Now we'll put the claw clasp on there. Jump ring. And the opening. Okay. And you thread jump ring on, and then your claw clasp, can't talk, and close that up really good. Okay, and then we'll take this here and open. Oop, I'm sure slipping today. Okay, make sure that you get them so they're not twisted. Put that on there. Voila! And there's a cute little bracelet, 3-chain bracelet. All right, now we are going to do the dangles. So this is where we'll take a head pin and slide it up through the birdie. Put this pretty green bead on there, and this pretty green one that I can never find the hole to. There we go. Oh, that's not a very big head pin, or kind of slid off the bird there. Okay, there we go. Gotta find one that fits the bird. Okay, there's that. There's that. And take your pliers. This is where we're going to do the wrap loop. So you bend it over, and you take your round nose plier and whiz that around there. Rotate your plier and bring your wire all the way around like that. Okay, And then flip your pliers around. You can take your fingers and wrap it around, but have more control with the okay. Alright, and then snip that little piece off. And if you have a little dangle out there and stuff, just take your pliers and be careful not to break your bead. And just kind of smoosh it in there. Like that. Okay. Here's another one. Okay, and then we'll take another head pin. And we'll do the butterfly. Make sure it stays on the bead or head pin. Here's one bead. Oh, that's a different bead. Okay. And then take your pliers, bend it over, and then take your round nose, flip it over, rotate over, and flip it around, and then you take your plier and wrap it around, and then do a little bit of a snip snip. And clean it up by smashing that little bit in there. Okay. Clean it up. Get that wire so it doesn't grab onto anything. All right. Now let's take a jump ring. Open it up. Put a butterfly and the bird. Okay, so I have my little dangles. I've got 2 sets here. So I'm going to just, here's your bracelet. So I'm going to just put them open my jump ring there, and then I'm going to put them in the center little hole of this component here, connector. Alright, there's one. Find where I can open here. There it goes. There we are. Okay, and then we'll just put this in this one. And close up your jump ring. And there you go, cute little springy little bracelet. And if you'd want, you could put, alright, so now that we've finished the bracelet, I am going to do this cute little earring, the other part of this. Okay, so I have here about 6 inches. It's an 18 gauge wire, and I'm going to take my bead smithing tool and wrap it around there. And then cross it over here. Make sure it's crossed. Okay. And then you want to make sure that you have this the same size. So you put it down there. And then you take one and put it up straight. Sorry about that. And then take this one and bend it over. And you kind of wrap it around a couple times to secure it. Okay, and then squish it together there. Make sure you have it nice and tight and squish down there nice. Okay, and then you take your flush cutter snip that off. And then just tidy this up a little bit. Alright. Now we'll just make a little simple loop. So we'll tip this over about 90 degrees. Cut off to 1/4 inch. And then take your round nose pliers. And then make a little circle. Make sure it's nice and closed there. See? Okay. Now, we're going to go ahead and do this wispy little beady. It's a faceted clear white bead. Okay, so to start with, I'm going to wrap this end here around a couple times and go up towards the about 3 or 4 times. Okay, let's snip that off. Push it up here. Okay. Now that you've got it started, then you can pick up your beads, and I got 5 on here. They move too much. Okay, there's 3. Okay, there's 5 little beads. Drop them down. And I put a little bit of a curve into it so that it's got that little lacy look. And you want to keep going the natural path of the wrapping. So, and then I push it through and then pull it through, and I wrap it about 3 times. I make sure that it's nice and tight. There's 2, 3. Okay, and there's your first little loop. All right, so we'll go ahead and pick up 5 more. Maybe I should have got a colored bead so that I could see where the holes are better. Alrighty. There's 5 little beads. Little clear faceted glass beads. Okay. Alright. Make sure it's pushed up there nice and tight. And wrap it around 3 times. And you could take the end and go down, but you take more of a chance to crimp your wire and get a kink in it and stuff. So that's why I like to, and it kind of twists and stuff. So that's why I like to push it, and then that way you don't have a chance of getting little kinks in your wire breaking on you and stuff. Okay. Alrighty, so there's your 3rd. I'm going to try and spread it out there a little bit so that they're not so steep. Okay, let's go get another 5. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then drop them down there. Make your little bounce through there. Okay. And then again, we go ahead and wrap it around 3 times. Make sure it's nice and tight and pushed up there. Two, 3. Okay. Push it down a little bit. Okay. And we have 3 little Oh my goodness. Okay, there's 3, 4, up, and 5. Okay. Push it down there. Push the beads up nice and tight. Okay, and then go ahead and wrap her up 3 times. Sorry if I keep going off camera. Don't have much room to work here and it makes it kind of tough. I don't mean to though. Okay, here's another one. Now let's go for fishing for another 5. Four. And 5. Oh my goodness. Bet you guys are going to be glad when I'm done with this, huh? Okay. Push it tight. And another, push it up there tight. Another 3 wraps. Got a little hook in there that's holding on to the wire chain. Straighten my wire a little bit so that, okay, I'm fishing for another 5. Feels like fishing anyway, trying to catch them. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, there's 5. Okay, there we go. We're getting there. Two and 3. And this will be so flashy on wearing with the earrings. Two. Maybe if I bunch them up there. Oh, I got 2 that time. Well, that worked. So 3. 4. And 5. All right. Got room for one more batch of 5. Okay. This 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Kind of straighten it up so they all stand on top there. Okay. So last batch. Woohoo! All right, here we go. So last 5. Okay, bend it over there. Good. Escapee. All right. This 1, 2. I'll do this in 4 so that make sure it's okay. Turn it over and do a little snipper there. Okay. Make sure it's all pinched in there nice and good. All right. Push it. Kind of straighten it around there. All right. There, we have that part done. Slide those out of the way for the moment. Now when I did the bracelet and stuff, I had a bit of a problem with the bird falling off, so I'm going to make sure that it's not going to. I'm going to put one of these crystal beads on the head pin. And then put your bird. And we'll do the green. Light green, and then the dark green. Okay, and then we're going to use my pliers here. Bend it over the pliers, and take our round nose, roll it over, rotate, put that over there. And we'll flip our, change hands, and we'll wrap this around 3 or 4 times, whatever happens to fit. Okay. Oop. Run away. Okay. And snip that off. Smoosh that down in there. And then I've got some of these tiny little jump rings here. Find the opening here. Open it up. And put it on here. And then I've got 2 lengths of chain. Let's see. On this one I had the bird, the long one. So I think I'll take the bird onto the short one. Make them opposite. Oop. That's a little bit tricky. There we go. Now we can put this Mr. Bird. close it up. Oops, then I lost everything. I guess you got to make sure you catch everything proper. Okay, let's try this again. Sorry. Oh, maybe if I open my jump ring a little bit more. Oh my word. There we go. Okay, let's try this again. Make sure you get a hold of everything right. Nice and snug. There we go. Okay, got a good closure there. Okay, so there is your bird. Now we'll take another head pin, put your butterfly, and then the 2 green beads. I know there's a hole there somewhere. Alright, and again, we'll take your pliers, bend over the pliers so that you can do a wire wrap, and grab your round nose plier. Flip that around and rotate. And flip this around. Yep, come back here. Take it and wrap it around. Sorry about that. Okay. And then we'll snip that off and clean it up. Or clean it up. Kind of smoosh her in there. Make sure you don't push too hard and stuff and break your bead, because these are pretty fragile. Doesn't take much to crack them little things. Alright, there we go. So now we'll grab another tiny jump ring. Okay, get a hold of it and twist it open. And then you could come at it this way. Oh, that was easier. Okay. All right, there we go. Now we need this big jump ring, and we've got to make sure that this is pushed down there nice and tight. Take our jump ring, get it through that area there between the hole and the where you wrapped it there. Okay, make sure it's nice and closed because you don't want nothing escaping out of this. There we go. Okay, so we got that jump ring right there. Now we'll take another little jump ring, open it up, the right angle here. Okay, and then we'll put another little jump ring. And then connect it to the one that you put on that big component there. And close it up. Oh, I'm all fingers today. Oh my goodness. Okay. And then take this here little jump ring. Open it up. And then put your little component on there. Okay, close it up really good. And your last little jump ring here. Open it up. Put it on the bottom of your component here. And then you put your little bird and your little butterfly on and close it up. And then the last thing that you have to do is put your ear wire on. There you go. And twist open your ear wire. And slide it. Let's see, that's a front. Slide that on. And close up your ear wire. And there you go. You have a beautiful earrings and your adorable little bracelet. You can wear together or not. Okay. All right. There you go. Thank you for watching. If you like, subscribe and push the like button. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.